not new to me, but the group is new to me. And I've had the pleasure of meeting many of you. But for the visitors, I'll be able to give you a little bit of background in what it is that I really do on a day-in, day-out basis. I have been in IT support for the last 14 years. Our focus is small business and residential repair and support. It's a market segment that many times is overlooked because you're not a big ticket item. You're not a big fish in a small pond. And it's frustrating when you have an issue and who do I call? You know, do you go to the big box store, talk to their IT support, the Geek Squad, the folks at Staples, and do you really get the level of service that we provide to you? And I want to say many times they are not my competitors. We like to build a relationship with our clientele, get to know you, understand how you use your IT investment, all your gear, and how to better leverage it and make it work for you. So that's our approach. We take a collaborative approach to try to help you. And many times we're thought of only when you have a problem. We do a lot of planning, project management, where you have new equipment in a business. It needs to not only be spec'd up to meet a particular standard within a software application that you use in a business. Even at home, I mean, I'm using something, is it got to be compatible the next jump that I make? Most of what I do, unfortunately, is reactionary, but I want to talk to business owners that are planning to upgrade their equipment and go through the steps in doing that. I'll sit down, any prospective new business client, they get a free 30-minute assessment. We kind of do a site survey on what's going on with it. So our approach is collaborative. Instead of having somebody in-house to do it, you outsource it. A lot of people outsource. A lot of people don't do their own plumbing, they'll call Rick. You know, a lot of people might try to do electrical work, but they'll call Russ, he's a professional. That's what they do. So that's why people call me. Many times it's a luxury. Many times it's just a convenience. Many times they don't have any business fooling around with this stuff. That's why I exist. Years ago, I worked in an automobile dealership realm. I was the guy when you brought your car in, and everybody knows how frustrating and anxious that experience can be. I actually drew many of the same processes that I implement right now from that business. People don't call me because they're lonely, they call me because they have a problem. So yes, I am the shell answer man at times. But, you know, we just try to delve into this, what's going on, how can we try to help you, and if we can't, then we'll find somebody else who can. And if anybody has any questions during this process, wait till after the meeting. We can schedule a dance, or I can answer them at that time.
That's a good idea.
One of the biggest things that I'm finding out is, everybody raise their hands, all right? I'm not going to, this isn't the public embarrassment part of this, but everybody raise their hands who really doesn't do any kind of preventative maintenance on their equipment. Be honest. All right, this is a very important device that everybody uses on a daily basis. Between their smartphones and their computers, you literally use them every day, every hour of every day. And I've distributed out, and some of you may not have received the brochure, but I have more on the desk right here. But my focus this year is on preventative maintenance. A lot of people spend a lot of money on computer equipment, peripheral devices, networks, wireless networks, and they just don't maintain it. They come in, they go to work, they turn it on, they use it all day long, they shut it off, they go home. And I put a little adage on my preventative maintenance brochure. Would you drive your car 100,000 miles and not maintain it?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. Obviously, it's a bigger ticket item, but from a daily use standpoint, everybody uses their computer equipment. And I'm floored by when I go into a business and it's like, yeah, this thing's kind of running slow, it's kind of noisy. I open it up and there's like, you know, more dust and debris on the inside of that thing than on the inside of your vacuum cleaner. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. Anybody have pets? That's a big one. Dander, hair, fur. Gets sucked right into a computer, and it's amazing how it can also create a thermal event, which is just a highfalutin term for it gets hot. What happens to us when we overheat? You need to sit down, you need to cool off. Computer equipment's really no different than that. So that's a big emphasis that we're really working on this year. preventative maintenance. One of the other things we also are promoting is remote administration. We don't have to necessarily go out to a business or a home to try to troubleshoot a problem. As long as you have an active internet connection, we can remote into you while we're on the phone with you and discuss and perform that collaborative approach as to what error are you experiencing, you know, is it something to worry about, you know, or is it not? And on the business assessment, if we go in and you're doing many of the same things properly, we'll say, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Good referrals are medical practices, law firms. Really anybody use a computer system, we're not industry limited. We have folks that are in the insurance business. We have folks that are in the interior decorating and design business, in the construction business. Yesterday I helped a public relations consultant, system crash, completely down, dead, out of business. It took us all day, but we got them back up and running. Unfortunately, I had to reschedule an appointment that Sharon had with me, so I appreciate her doing that. But yes, we make house calls. How many people go out and do that kind of stuff anymore? Obviously you do that kind of stuff. But that's how we differentiate. That's our unique selling proposition. We get to know our customers. We build a relationship with them. On these notepads are many of the services that we provide. They're right here on the left-hand column. In the brochures, it also outlines what we do. So, I mean, I would need hours to really explain to you all the services that we provide. But I want to know your external networks. I want to know the 250 people that you guys know who have a need, who have an interest in talking with somebody like myself where I can help them in a proactive manner to help with their computing needs. Backup and recovery, again, that's one of the last things I want to mention. Back your stuff up. Even your phones. All right, even your phones you want to back up. Silly me, I didn't practice what I preached last year. Had a soft system crash on my phone. My entire address book went. Back up your phone. Right. Back up your email if you're using an application like Outlook and you're downloading all your mail messages onto your local machine. Back it up. I can show you guys how to do that. I can explain to you how to do that. But really what I do is I protect you from you. That's what I do. So my tagline is get connected, stay connected. That's how I try to treat my clientele. Once you're kind of on board with me, I don't want to say you're stuck with me, but I'd like you to be stuck with me. We have good customer retention, and I think it's because of our approach. So if you have issues, you have problems, talk with me after the meeting or send me a referral for somebody you know who needs assistance.